It's time to meet the Geek Squad. And no, we aren't talking about the staff at Best Buy that wants to fix your computer. If you're into Dungeons & Dragons, quantum physics, and anime, we know just the event for you. Let us introduce you to Nerd Nite. Jenny is the Nerd Nite boss, here to fill your periodic table with so much good information. We're going to talk about some Greek mythology, too. Good morning.
Good morning, Justin.
Talk nerdy to me, huh? Talk nerdy to me!
I love it.
So this is a global phenomenon. Oh, it's been in
Yes.
over 80 cities, Tokyo, London,
Yes.
Japan, now Colorado Springs.
And
How does it all work?
Yeah, we were here back in 2021 through 2023, and there was a pause. And so I'm bringing it back.
Bringing it
2026 is the year of Colorado Springs also has their Nerd Night.
It's happening a week from tonight, 7
Yes.
p.m. Doors open at 6 at Ivywild. You know, how does this all work? I mean, how are nerds coming together for something bigger than themselves?
I like to think of it as TED Talks meets happy hour.
Yeah.
So there's a bar in the back of the gym, and there'll be speakers who are going to talk about their areas of expertise, and that's really the one thing that unites all Nerd Nights, is there's always going to be speakers, and there's always going to be an opportunity for people to have conversations and connect in response to those speakers. There will be a Q&A session afterwards, and there will be some additional surprises along the way.
So should I bring a notebook to do some binary coding, 010011? Like, how nerdy is this thing going to get?
You don't have to be
okay.
a nerd to be at Nerd Night. You just have to be open to learning things and talking about things that you find interesting and want to connect with other people who also like those things.
And I guess nerdiness is in the eye of the beholder, right? What
Totally.
you may find nerdy may just be normal to you, and what I find, you know, I'm a sports nerd, and you may be like anime and cosplay and stuff like that. So why'd you want to get involved with this? Because this is such a cool phenomenon, Jenny. We're so lucky that you're bringing this to the Springs.
I agree. There are a lot of really cool and interesting people in Colorado Springs, and I just wanted a way to meet them and have them meet each other and build community here so that we have a place for nerdy people who are, you know, just cool and interesting that want to gather together. We have military, we have a lot of faith-based organizations, and I feel like this is an opportunity for another place for people to gather.
Oh, I love it. Recite the periodic table with each other. I mean, this is going to get some fun stuff. So what are you most looking forward to as the event organizer? What is your role going to be as the Nerd Nite boss? It's
I
a pretty
want
cool
people
title.
to have fun.
Yeah.
That is like the #1 thing. I want people to have fun. I want people to connect. I want to give people an opportunity to have conversations with one another. So there is a Q&A session after each speaker, and so there's an opportunity for people to have conversations then. And there's also some mingling before and
Bristol
during
Brewing,
and
proud
after.
sponsor.
Bristol Brewing is a great place to hang out afterwards. So that's the goal is just connection.
Oh, talk
fun.
nerdy to me. I mean, this is going to be so much fun. So you got two keynote speakers,
Yes.
Allison and Calvin. Allison's going to be talking about like interpersonal communication. Alvin's into gaming. How's this
Yes.
work?
So Allison is going to talk about creativity and communication. She is a public speaker, and she's going to explore how we use creativity in our daily lives to become better communicators that is ultimately able to like impact different areas of our life. And Calvin is a video game developer, and he's going to talk about the natural selection of ideas, how ideas like organisms can compete and evolve and survive.
I haven't heard the term natural selection since like 8th grade science. It's been about 20 years. So this is a ticketed event. Is that
It's
correct?
a
How does
ticketed
this all
event.
work?
$10 online at cos.nerdnite.com, or people can pay $20 at the door.
Yeah. So why would you convince me to go?
If you
Now's your chance. Talk nerdy to me. Now's your chance.
everybody needs a place to meet cool and interesting people, and you are a cool and interesting person.
wow.
So you would just be meeting more of your tribe.
You're the second person to tell me that. Usually it's just my mother. Now I got Jenny for the Nerd Nite boss. Hey, super
true.
excited for this. Really do.
Thank
So do
you.
you think this is going to balloon into other things too? And this is not just like a one-hit phenomenon?
Yeah, it's going to be a series. So we
Oh.
already have our second date set up for September 18th. So stay tuned.
You're also a professional matchmaker. You getting some
Yes.
ideas at this event too? You think you're going to get some
Yes.
ideas?
I think part of my job is to build my network, and so that this is a huge part of that, is just meeting the cool and interesting people that live here in Colorado Springs. And if I can help facilitate people to connect organically at this event and otherwise, then I'm happy to do that.
I really do appreciate it. One more time, what's that website? How to sign up?
cos.nerdnite.com.
it's-
That's NERDNITE.
And it's a week from tonight. Yeah, so it's spelled differently. It's Nite. Yeah.
Yes.
I thought nerds knew how to spell. Who knew? Who knew?
it's more
Nite.
fun.
Yeah. Meet like-minded people at Ivywild next Friday, June 12th. Nerd Nite is a ticketed event, like Jenny said. Purchase a ticket at the link at the bottom of your screen.